What's up, everybody? How are you today? This is Josh back with another video. This is my deck profile slash report from German Nationals, even though I am unfortunately not able to bring you a topping deck profile. I did not actually top. This was the worst German Nationals I've played, I think, ever. Definitely the first one I didn't top since like 2013, but I brought Libromancer, and a lot of people, I asked around, and a lot of people still wanted to see the deck, so I figured, why not show you what I played, even though I did not perform super well. I don't actually think it was the deck's fault. I just had I had a pretty bad day overall. I started 4-0, and then I ended up losing round 5 because of my own misplay. Also, you got to reflect on that as well. That round was on me. There was a winning line. It wasn't super obvious. It wasn't like a super terrible misplay or anything. But after all, if I had been playing my A game, I probably would have won the round. It's an interesting spot to look at, actually. I think I might do that on stream this week as like a little quiz for chat. Because it wasn't a very interesting spot, and at the time I didn't figure out the winning line right away, and I lost because of it. But I like a couple minutes after the round, I realized I could have won, and I was pretty disappointed. I ended up winning round 6, so I was 5-1, and then I ended up losing to Sword Soul two matches in a row because I just ended up not really drawing any of my side deck. Ended up getting hand trapped, and then met by pretty good hands for when they went second. Overall, not a great day. Out of all the 9 rounds of Swiss, I only won 2 dice rolls. And yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I don't want to like rant about it too much. I'm just gonna head over here and give you guys the rundown of my deck real quick. I'm gonna do it on Dueling Book. I have most of the cards here, but there were a couple of cards that I still had to borrow, despite buying most of the stuff that I needed. So I don't have the full deck on me right now, so I can't give you like an in-person deck profile. And I wasn't allowed to film. I don't think we were allowed to film it in the venue, so I didn't do it there. So this is the deck. It's nothing too groundbreaking for Libromancers because it is very close to what Paulo played at Brazilian Nationals, and I'm sure you've seen the deck list. The basic idea of the deck, which I'm going to show you the basic 2-card combo. You're trying to draw a Libromancer and a way to Benten, which can either be Diviner, Benten, or Preparation of Rites, and you run triple Prosperity to find your missing combo pieces. You pair that with a bunch of hand traps, and I figured that was going to be a solid call for the tournament, and it actually ended up being, I don't think it was the deck's fault. Actually, a friend of mine, Blue Master or Christian Thomas, ended up making top cut with pretty much the same deck. I think he ended up running 2 more Ghost Ogres. So he proved that the deck can do well, and Paulo did well with it. He got top 4 with it at Brazilian Nationals. So shout out to these two for actually proving that it was not entirely the deck's fault. It was also not only on luck, because I lost 1 round, like I said, because I didn't see the winning line. So it was partially on me, partially on bad luck, and just whatever. The deck's still solid, so if you want to try it out, give it a whirl. I decided to play 13 hand traps. You can play a lower count of cards and play less hand traps. I'm not sure if I'd advise you, though, because the deck doesn't play through boards super easily. It needs to draw some amount of hand traps to do well going second. And it is still very consistent in going first because you just have a lot of combo pieces plus Prosperity. Either way, the 13 hand traps I decided to run were Nibiru, Valor, Ash, Impermanence, and then I ran 1 Ghost Ogre just so that the teleport can turn into a tuner. Or an interruption. Like if the opponent goes first and makes an Appaloosa, you can like teleport into a Ghost Ogre. I figured that was worth the random inclusion of a Ghost Ogre, and I did teleport for it a couple times to go into Alka-Fibrax. The rest of it, you run the triple Diviner, by far the best normal summon. You can't do the Vanity's Rulers in Libromancers because this makes sure you get your Benten. And then you play the triple Fire, triple Geek Boy, obviously. 1 Agent, so you have Grind Game because he gets you stuff back from the graveyard. The double Benten, the Libromancer Doom Broker, so you can set up your Omni Negate trap in the intervention. We play 2 Illusion and 1 Souls. The reason why it's 2 Illusions is that if you draw Illusion and you only play 1, you cannot put back bricks because you need the illusion in the deck. So if you draw like the illusion and the trap card, you can search souls and put the trap back to the deck, which is handy. If you draw the scythe, you can put the scythe to the deck, which is nice. And in general, you want a high ritual count anyways. It's better to draw Libromancer plus illusion than no ritual at all. So the second illusion I felt like was a worthy inclusion. But you only play one souls because you only really need it turn one. If your turn one works out, you win the game anyways. I sided out the second illusion a bunch, but yeah. We run the Scythe and the Jet Synchron. The Jet Synchron is not part of our combo. We don't actually go the standard Hulk Dagda. I'll show you the combo in a bit. We don't actually go the standard Hulk Dagda line, but it is a good plan B to have the Jet Synchron in the deck. It also helps a lot with follow-up OTKing, with Access Code Talker plays, and like, you don't use Hulk the Fibrax on turn 1 in your combo, so the Jet Synchron is going to be in your deck on turn 2, so you can OTK with the Hulk Fibrax. We run Prosperity, Preparation, and Teleport, and 4 copies of the Field Spell. The Field Spell is not the ideal starter. You'd rather Open Fire or Geek Boy. The reason why I still wanted to max out on the Field Spell is that it can also turn into the ritual that you need. Like, if you don't draw Benten or Illusion or Prep or Diviner, having an extra copy of the Field Spell next to a Libromancer is still a relatively good opening, because you can first appearance for the Field Spell for the Doombroker and then play with the Libromancer Fire, for example. So that's why I maxed out on these, and then, like I said, the triple Impermanent in one trap. For siding, my side's a little, I mean, it's not unconventional, it's just not standard for the current format because it doesn't have, you know, the D barriers, the anti-spells and whatnot. I figured my deck is strong enough going first, and I needed, if anything, I needed more help for going second. This is why I played a lot of hand traps, which in theory was great. It just didn't end up working out. The 2 Sword Souls that I lost to, like post-side, I had triple Token Collector, triple Gamma, and triple Nibiru, and in all of the matches I played against Sword Soul, the 2 that I lost, 4 games post-side, I think I saw none of these except for one singular Nibiru, which they were able to play around. I feel like if I draw a Token Collector or a Gamma in either of those matches post-side, I win them. So yeah, that's what it came down to in those. But yeah, I decided to side Token Collector. I said to side Crow because it was good against Despia and also against like random rogue decks like Drytron. The Gamma for pretty much everything. The Cosmics for the back row decks, and then the remaining 2 slots I decided to fill with There Can Be Only One, because it does cover something like Flunder as well, which this deck doesn't really have ways to go for Banshee Zombie World. So I had respect for Flunder, and put in these 2. And they also double up as something that you can put into against Sword Soul. The extra deck is relatively standard. You need 2 Herald and an Entes for your Diviner plays. You need the Wonder Magician sometimes for the Hulk Dagda line. You need Barone on your turn 1 combo. Psychic and Punisher is the only real flex spot, I think. Linkuribo. Cross Sheep is neat for some combos where you search Scythe and then you discard it and then you bring it back with Barone. The Hulk Fibrax Dagda, of course. We play 2 Charmers because the deck can really easily go into these. You can turn Libromancer Fire into Linkuribo, and then he turns into Dark. We have a lot of lights, like Diviner, Teleport can bring out a light in Ghost Ogre. You know, that's nice. And the Lina is also pretty good. And then we got the Selene, because we have Souls, which is a Spellcaster, which we can bring back and such. And then we got the Access Code Talker for some OTK plays. So that's it. That's the entire list. I think it's solid. I have a hard time even suggesting any changes to this. Honestly, I don't think it was the deck's fault. It was partially on me, partially on bad luck. So yeah, I mean, give this deck a try. I think it's solid. It's not like the end all be all perfect deck for the format. I'm not sure if that even exists right now, but this one is good. I'll show you guys the combo here. I have it prepared. So there's different variations. You could have Libromancer Geek Boy instead of Fire. They're basically the same card. But let's talk about like any Libromancer starter and any way to get to Benten. You're gonna summon Fire by revealing Benten. You're gonna add Geek Boy. You're gonna special Geek Boy. You're gonna add the Field Spell. You're gonna activate the Field Spell. You're gonna search Doombroker. You're gonna trigger the Field Spell to ritual summon the Doombroker by tributing Benten. You're gonna search your Diviner in this case. The combo is a little different if you start with Diviner instead of Benten, but it basically ends on the same thing. So we normal the Benten, the Diviner here. We grab ourselves the Illusion of Chaos, and now this is our 4th summon, which is another nice thing about this deck, is we summon Barone as summon number 5. So this combo is Nibiru proof. We trigger the Illusion to grab ourselves the Magician Souls, put the Illusion back onto the deck, or a different card in hand if you want to. Like if you drew the Trap, that's where the 2nd Illusion in your deck comes in handy. If you drew the Trap card, you can return the Trap card, send the second illusion from your deck to the graveyard, and then set the trap card to Doombroker. That's nice. You can use the illusion to draw a card here. You can even draw 2 if you have a dead spell in your hand, whatever. I just put a counter on the Magician's Souls to like mark that we got a draw here. We make the Dagda. We activate Doombroker to trigger the Dagda. Sets ourselves the Scythe from the deck. Then we use the Baronne to pop the Scythe. And then we pass. And then we trigger Baronne in standby phase to bring back the Scythe. And the situation, why this is so good, is first of all, it happens in the standby phase. So they cannot Dark Ruler this combo like they can with the Hulk Dagda combo. Second of all, they cannot prevent this with a DD Crow or a Called by the Grave onto the Scythe, because you still have the Baron negate at that point, right? The Baron is on the field, you activate it. If they try to banish your Scythe, you can negate that with Baronne. And we have the Libromancer trap, which, in case you didn't know, this is an Omni negate. An Omni negate, by returning your Doombroker back to your hand, you negate any activated effect, a card or effect, and you bring back a Libromancer from the graveyard. So what that means is you can negate stuff like Imperm. You can negate stuff like Droplets if they don't have a trap to send. You can respond because this is a trap card. The reason why that is so good is that it basically means your Scythe resolves if you do this, right? And also, what happens here is if you negate anything, the Doombroker goes to your hand, the Fire's special summon, and the Fire will trigger on special summon, and will grab you a follow-up Geek Boy, which you have a ritual in hand to reveal. So that's very convenient. You have very strong follow-up with this. Keep in mind, this was a 2-card combo, and we drew 1 card. So we are theoretically left with still 4 cards in hand next to these 2. So 6-card hand in this spot with the combo. And it is relatively hand trap proof, because if we get hand trapped at any point in the combo, we can just have, like, we run so many combo pieces. Like, let's say they Veiler or Imperm our Fire search, right? We were only gonna search Geek Boy anyways. We have like 3 teleport, 3 Geek Boy. We can have the field spell already, and the combo still works. We have like a lot of ways to play around hand traps. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think the deck is solid. The deck's not super unfair, right? I honestly, I Scythe locked people twice. This goes to show how bad I think my tournament went. It's a 2-card combo, and I pulled it off twice. I think the only time I didn't play against 2 hand traps was those 2. Like I said, I won 2 dice rolls, and even in those, I think I got hand trapped 2 or 3 times and met by insane follow-up hands. But the deck overall is still solid. It's a little tricky to figure out some of the lines, but I had a bit of practice with it, so I think my technical play, besides round 5 where I made that mistake, was fine. Either way, show you guys the deck again one more time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time at Nationals, regardless of my result. I was disappointed in my result. My Saturday was pretty bad, but I ended up meeting a lot of you guys, especially the people from Twitch chat. I saw a lot of people came up to me and said, "Hi, I'm this or that person from Twitch chat. I enjoy your streams," and I appreciated every single one. I had a lot of time on Sunday to meet people, play some Edison format. I had a chill Sunday. Met a lot of friends that I hadn't seen in a long time. So my German Nationals, despite not doing so well, was still a good experience this year. And it was great seeing a couple of you. And here you go. This is the deck that I played. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. I hope you guys give it a try, because I think it is still very solid despite me not doing so well. But I don't want to talk too much. If you want to check out any of the streams this week where we're going to recap Nationals and watch some of the coverage and comment on deck profiles and stuff like that, links are in the description below. And also, I would really appreciate if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to support me. Yeah, on to Euros. Next time we'll do better. That's all we can do at this point. Hope you enjoyed the deck profile, and you have a great rest of your day. And I'm out for now, and bye bye.